All right, in this video, I'm going to dive into one of the biggest trends in the food industry right now, and that is ghost kitchens. I'm going to tell you what a ghost kitchen is and a virtual kitchen, and what is the difference between the two, and how you could potentially cash in on this huge trend in the food industry, and we're going to get to it right now. All right, guys, it is Damien, and welcome to Marketing Food Online. We are YouTube's premier food entrepreneur channel. We cover everything you need to know to get your food business or food product up and running on store shelves or doors open to your customers. And we are going to dive into a very interesting topic. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what it is about ghost kitchens that make them so popular right now, and what exactly is a ghost kitchen compared to what's known as a virtual kitchen. So if you're new to Marketing Food Online, always hit that subscribe button. We've got over 700 videos. I am a food entrepreneur. I do this day in and day out for the past decade plus. I've been online. My wife and I started a small Italian bakery. I've run and operated a retail bakery and an online business. We have 6 of them, and we sell all over the planet. We've actually had the privilege of shipping products to 15 countries, and that is actually just on our Etsy store. So we have been in the business for a very long time, and I have tons of connections and friends in the food industry. So I bring you all kinds of wonderful information to get you up and running. Now, in this video, I want to get into the concept of ghost kitchens. What is a ghost kitchen, and why would I even want to start one? Well, in the past 5 years, you are probably well aware of the delivery food app industry. It has grown, I think it's 300 or 400% faster than dine-in over the past several years. It's mind-boggling the amount of business they've generated. Now, there is a lot of pros and cons for restaurants to utilize these apps, and that is a totally different video, so I don't want to get too focused on the app end of it, but I want to explain to you what a ghost kitchen is. So if you close your eyes with me, I will walk you through what a ghost kitchen would look like in your mind. If you went to a commercial kitchen and you had no seating, there was no dine-in, okay? No customers allowed in. It's simply a commercial kitchen decked out with everything you would see in a restaurant, but with no consumer sitting in the place of business to eat. And you basically utilize a delivery service, or strictly a delivery service yourself. Now, delivery service through an app or your own delivery service locally, that is a ghost kitchen in a very simplistic explanation. So you're gonna have an entire menu of fantastic dishes, but you basically give it to somebody, let them run it over to the customer, they come back and do it over and over and over. That's a ghost kitchen. Now, why would you wanna open a ghost kitchen? Well, in a lot of places, you can actually rent these commercial kitchens out for a certain period of time, between even a year, 2 years, or 3 years, very small, short leases. And when you begin your restaurant adventure and you do it this way, it's great because you're not locked into a very long, extended rental agreement or lease agreement with a landlord. And on top of it, you're not having customers come in, which also increases your insurance rates. It also increases a lot of potential issues that come up with customers coming in to dine in, which a traditional restaurant would deal with. You have basically a kitchen and a menu. You fill the order and you move on to the next one. Now, the investment aspect of it is also less because you're not having to dive into an entirely decked out restaurant with tables, napkins, chairs, plates, an enormous amount of other equipment that you don't need because you're just a kitchen. You need a great menu, a passion for what you do, and either a delivery app. Associate yourself with Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash, or one of the other, and then that way you've got yourself up and running. That is the basic of what a ghost kitchen is. Now, what is a virtual kitchen? Okay, so let me explain to you what a virtual kitchen is. Let's say you have a brick and mortar restaurant or even a food truck. You've got your brick and mortar restaurant, you have your regular menu, you have customers come in, they sit down and eat. Now, what if you offered a variation on your menu, a variation on what you serve in the restaurant, but it's solely online, it's solely for delivery. And so you focus your efforts during that time and that time frame to fill those orders with a menu that is specifically online or through an app. It's exclusive, it's dedicated, it's only for that app or only for delivery. That's the difference between a virtual kitchen and a ghost kitchen. So if you love to cook and you want to open a restaurant, your biggest desire is to do that. Think about this. You could actually rent out a smaller venue, smaller amount of equipment, smaller amount of everything that you need, and allow yourself to get your feet wet in a sense and see if your menu really will take off. Now, in a lot of places, where is it really beneficial? Where are these types of kitchens good? To be honest with you, in a lot of metropolitan areas. Okay. Now, the other thing is right now, of course, we all are dealing with the situation that's going on all over the planet. Ghost kitchens are becoming even more popular because there are so many restaurants that had relied on foot traffic. And if they didn't make that transition to having a menu available online or through a delivery app, then they're kind of stuck. They're stuck. Either they're going to go out of business or they're not going to have the type of business they had before because they relied on people coming in. Now, this is a great time for people who have restaurants to make that transition into something like a ghost kitchen where you can literally offer just delivery service of your product. You're not going to get a lot of foot traffic. That's understandable. It will eventually come back, but I think that it's going to be a heck of a lot less. Right now in the industry as a whole, delivery apps, food delivery apps are just skyrocketing. These types of ghost kitchens or the use of a kitchen in a different way are skyrocketing as well. So if you're listening to this or you're seeing this video, if you own a restaurant and you're trying to figure out what can I do before I go under, you need to look at the concept of ghost kitchens or a virtual menu and get yourself online. So that would allow you the opportunity to sell to customers and have your product delivered as opposed to waiting and expecting them to come in physically to your restaurant. You see how this works? So if you're a chef that's training, if you're a chef who's lost a job, or maybe you worked for a resort, maybe you worked for a high-end restaurant, but you were out of work because of what's happening right now, I think you need to give it some serious thought that you already have the training. You've got the passion and the drive to be a cook or be a chef or create a menu of your own. Then you need to look into ghost kitchens. It's a no-brainer. It's a smaller investment. The leases, the rental agreements, they're smaller time frames. So if you're wanting to risk something, you could risk it, but not risk your entire shirt, right? Okay. So what are some of the downfalls? Now, there's some challenges to having a ghost kitchen. Your challenge with a ghost kitchen is two things, in my opinion. Number one, the percentage that these delivery apps absorb from the restaurant is really insane. It's ridiculous, in my own opinion. It's outrageous. Okay. That's a big hurdle. Now, how do you get around that? If you're good at marketing and you have the ability to create your own app, or you've got the ability to market locally online, that is going to be a plus for you. And if you don't know how to do that, that's going to be something you need to learn because the marketing aspect of a ghost kitchen is really super important. It's the backbone of getting those orders coming online or through an app. Now, the bad thing about many of these apps is that you don't own your customer. When you utilize some of these apps, many of them, not all of them, there's actually a few that are coming to market that are trying to transition and change the way that the information about the user, the consumer, is concerned because the restaurant won't own that information. That's the drawback. You can't market directly to the customer. It's through an app. Okay, so the app is kind of like that dictator that stands between you and the customer. Okay, that's one of the biggest challenges and problems. I'm not saying all the delivery apps and the different aspects of the delivery apps are bad, but I'm just telling you that that's one of the biggest hurdles that many restaurants face is the huge percentage plus the inability to market to their customer. So if you can market it, you could use social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can get these social media platforms to really allow you to leverage them and then using them in a way that you can get your customers to come back and over and over, or literally create your own app. Yes, you can do that. Nobody says you can't. There's actually quite a few websites now that are making it easier for you to make your own app for your own delivery service. It's actually quite amazing. But there's much more pluses that involve in this as far as ghost kitchens are concerned and virtual menus in a sense that are outweigh the negatives. So I want to put this video out there really quick. I had a client of mine that asked a question actually about this, and I said, you know what? It would make a great video. So I was looking to actually touch on some of it and explain to you what they are and some of the benefits and some of the downfalls to it. And the one other thing that you may want to think about is if you are really creative with your menu, You can kind of critique it. You can create a menu that's got a particular type of food on it. I would hit that really hard. I would pound that whole menu to the ground, because if you're able to dominate that specific menu item that you have, you can capture a huge market in your area of a city or a metropolitan area with that particular product too. That's something to definitely think about. So to answer your question, yes, I wanted to get this out there and explain to you what a ghost kitchen is compared to a virtual kitchen. A lot of people actually haven't heard of a virtual kitchen just yet, but definitely take a look into those two. If you are interested in starting your own restaurant or cafe, don't invest as much as you may think you need with a ghost kitchen. So if that was helpful, do let me know and give me a big thumbs up. If you've got questions about ghost kitchens or virtual kitchens, always ask me down below. I'll hop on those questions as soon as possible. See you guys on our next video. Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.